Hello, Libra. Welcome to another morning inspo. If you are new here, I'm Auji, and this is Sacred Libra, where we talk all things Libra. Make sure you guys are subscribed and make sure you give this video a big thumbs up if this reading resonates with you. I do have a download. The download may be a lot. Um, I'm having a slow start this morning, so sorry about the lateness of the morning inspo, but we're here, right? We slowing things down. Divine feminine energy. All right, so the download that I do have for you is that you are being called to go into a new reality. All right. Um, it's a lengthy download. I do want to read something for you guys, but it is time for you to stop being haunted by all of the fears that you have about you attracting and manifesting your desires. It's time for you to actually go out there and track down your dreams and desires instead of being haunted by the fears that you can't have. And Spirit is calling you to go into this new reality where it is of big optimism and of big faith. And in that new reality, you are going to be spiraling with your manifestations because this is a new reality where things do happen and where what you say does go. So I feel like in order to get into this new reality, there's a need for Libra to get their mind right. And when I mean mind right, it's like, what is all that mental chatter? What's all that mental chatter that's in your mind? What are you telling yourself? What are the nastiest things that you have told yourself about your dreams? What are the nastiest things you have told yourself about love? What are the nastiest things you have told yourself about you? And I feel like you need to know exactly what those things are so when they come up, you can immediately correct them. Um, to sit there and ponder. Now, thoughts come and go, okay? But to sit there and ponder on excessive thoughts, believe it or not, it's a choice. And a lot of us, we don't want to take that responsibility. We want to say that our mind has a mind of its own, right? But for a lot of us, it is a choice. It's a choice to sit there and ponder on the negative. It is a choice to sit there and beat ourselves up over and over again. It is a choice for us to just simply not have faith in the area and not have optimism and not think positive about certain things. There's certain things that our mind, just because we want them so much, our minds will not let us think negatively about them because there'll be no way that we'll be able to get this thing done. Think about when you have like a deadline. You are not sitting there um psyching yourself out of it. Like you put all of that on hold and you get to work. Well, why do you have that power in that moment to put all of the mental chatter that you could suffer with or that you could be struggling with on hold in moments of, let's just say, crisis or moments of, um, what is it? Like deadlines, moments of urgency. That's what I was looking for. You could put those behind you when you have to muster up, when you have to do something, when you can't. So for someone, their success or their desires is not a must, it's not a non negotiable. Somebody's desires need a better foundation. It needs to be like a must or a have to. And then you will psychologically train your mind to put those things behind you because you must do this job. It's no coming out of it. This is what you have to do. This is what it is, and this is what you're going to do. I do want to read this to you though. It says, "Dear Sacred Rebel, in this moment in your life requires great courage. Fortunately, you possess that in a bucket load. In bucket loads, you are being asked to allow yourself to be lifted out of one level of known reality and into the next level of higher voltage reality. Higher voltage reality requires a more absolute trust and a heart that is surrendered into the greater heart of the universe so that life can happen to us, through us, and with us more quickly, more radically, more beautifully and more boldly. You are now being invited into this new reality where things happen quickly and according to bold, loving optimism. This is a reality not only of potential, but of manifestation of the great big comic yes. To access this reality, you have to leap from known waters, and others may think you are crazy for doing so. You have to leave behind the dark, weighty grip of hesitation, procrastination, second guessing, and the belief that you have to do everything on your own. You may fear for your life. How will you be safe in the wild? Electrical pause of so much aliveness. How will you function without the hazy, sleep inducing paralysis of playing it safe? Taking too long and placing lesser priorities above your sacred art of life. How will you hold yourself back if you don't hold on to fear? You don't need to worry about such things. Life is wild, but it is also wise. It is a force that is startling, raw, awakening at times, but it is also the natural process of evolution where all things mature according to the seasonal cycle in right timing. You are a part of, not apart from, that process. The invitation to shift gears and jump on board the express train of life will feel exhilarating and perhaps also challenging. When you are in the hold of the darkness, you will feel pushed to turn away, to imagine it is all too much, and to create excuses about how your desires aren't grounded enough, that you are being too flighty or flaky, or that you're not living in the real world. That is fear talking, not truth. If the sacred rebel is not awakened, we will continue to live in a culture drenched in fear and distrust of nature. Those without awakened hearts don't yet understand what nature knows. She knows timing. She knows life and death. She knows the creative process. She just knows and can be trusted to support us, her own creations, in becoming all that we can become. Does this mean that we become passive and just flow along like a limp leaf detached from a tree and blown about randomly by the breeze? No. Being free of the dark hole empowers us to take up our cause. This means being free to act and affirm the intuitive feelings we have by following up on them. This is painting like someone who has lost their mind, completely free from the heart. It means writing even though you have no conscious idea of what you are writing, even as the words are streaming forth upon the page before your rather curious eyes. And it means speaking about your work, never hiding it away. Allow it to breathe the fresh air and be held in the gaze of another. Detached from the darkness that will say it's not enough or must be the best thing ever, whatever that means. In order to be worthy of a place in the world, instead, just let it be what it is. It might fly, it might endure, it might not. All of nature, including you and your passions and dreams, will be what is needed, when it is needed, and how it is needed according to wisdom. We just have to trust in this, within ourselves and within nature herself, through the flow of life, and participate. You are asked to go within and imagine deep diving off the edge of what you have known. There's so much more calling to you now. It's your time to leap. That is beautiful. That is the download. And you're going right into these spirals of manifestation. The creative, rebellious path that love moves in spirals. Um, you are in the midst of a spiral manifestation that is coming to you. There's something that you couldn't see coming, but in truth, it was coming all along. Okay. All right, let's get into the affirmation for Libra. What the Spirit wants us to affirm today. Wow. I release all negative thoughts today. I release all negative thoughts today. 4 times. Let's go. I release all negative thoughts today. 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 It says, what is weighing most heavily on my mind today? What is one positive thing I can learn from this situation? All right, what is weighing heavily on your mind? And what is one positive thing that you can learn from this negative reoccurring thought or these negative reoccurring thoughts? Um, what is something that you can learn that you can actually tell yourself, teach yourself about you? There may be these thoughts may be reoccurring because there's something that you may need to pick up about you. There's gifts in the past thoughts as well, even the thoughts that we feel like are hunting us, but they keep on popping up to show us just how resilient we are. So there's some important information that is in some type of negative thoughts. Alchemy. That would be you performing alchemy. You take a negative thought and you learn the lesson in it, or you learn a positive. You look at it, turn the negatives into positives. That is performing alchemy. So how could you perform alchemy with your negative thoughts? I feel like if you figure that out, like, you got it. Like, a lot of you guys, you could be so brilliant, so successful. It's just the negative thoughts that you do have that keep you in bed, that keep you playing safe, that keeps you, quote unquote, busy, where you don't have the time to put in your creations, or you don't have the time to be creative, or you don't have the time to do something, or it puts the fear in you where you feel like, okay, I have a brilliant idea, but what are people going to think? I'm afraid to put it out there. I'm afraid to start. I'm afraid for people to hear me. I'm afraid for this. I'm afraid for that. There is some type of positivity that is in your negative thoughts. And if you could learn how to make your negatives work for you, because your positives are already working, it's about making the negatives work for you. Then you are performing alchemy. Then you can turn things into gold. Then you can turn things into whatever. Then you have manifestation at your fingertips. Um, so yeah, I release all negative thoughts today, all of them. Every time you think of a negative thought, think about, I release all negative thoughts, right? Remember, thoughts do come and go, but to sit and ponder on thoughts, to sit and feel like your mind has a mind of its own and have these that's a choice. That's a choice. That's an agreement. You have the high priestess here, intuition and awakening. Your intuition is awakening, all right? The moment that you allow those negative thoughts to go away, the moment that you free yourself from negative thoughts, notice how creative you are. Notice the ideas that come to you. So then you're going to be able to start seeing how your negative thoughts block out your intuition. Right? Yes. With the sun at the bottom of the deck, there's a lot of success that you're going to start seeing here. For some of you guys, you're lifting the veil to some type of success. You're removing the obstacle and seeing the possibility, seeing the sunlight. For some of you guys, there's possibility in love, there's strength, there's growth, there's transformation, there's so much possibility, so many things that could be manifested here. It's just the negative thoughts are in the way. All right. I'm going into the cat deck for the first half of this uh morning inspo. What messages do we have for Libra? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. What messages do we have for Libra? What is the morning inspo for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising? Thank you. Your self placement is discernment. Okay, taking a closer look at things, analyzing, figuring things out, looking at the facts. Like, um, this is given like there's a need for you to reevaluate certain things. Also, negative thoughts. You could be looking at taking a closer look at these thoughts. Like, what are these thoughts trying to tell you? For some of you guys, these thoughts keep on reoccurring. Because you don't allow them to come. You kind of try to push them out your head or try to act like they aren't there, so they keep on coming. Just allow them to come and witness and just notice the thoughts first. That's what I feel like. But this is definitely a time where you're going to be checking things, looking over the fine print. Definitely analyzing, more analyzing. All right. In your career, you do have trust. Take the leap of faith. All right. When it comes to love, you have indulgence. This may be self love practices or this permission to pamper yourself. Allow yourself to be loved. Allow yourself to be taken care of. Allow yourself to be spoiled, even. All right. On the spiritual plane, you got reflection. This is spirit bringing this reflection to you. This is spirit making you look at things of how you're going to get out of your own way. So spirit is sending you direct solutions of how you get out of your own way. Okay. The advice from spirit is curiosity. Something is definitely worth the risk. Yeah, something is definitely worth the risk for you. Spirit wants you to take a look at something. Spirit wants you to be willing to experience something. All right. And what's coming towards you is beware of dogs. Also, the overall message is courage. Reach for the stars. All right. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, you have equilibrium. Find your balance. Something could be shaky. Something could have been shaky, but you're about to find your balance. I feel like once you realize how powerful your thoughts are and these negative thoughts and how much they stop you, I feel like you are going to get into a practice where you start releasing the negative thoughts. You don't become victim to pondering on negative thoughts. You can allow something, you can be a witness to the thoughts, change the thought, correct the thoughts, and then make the choice to think positive thoughts. Okay. Or you can make the choice to pull out the positives of that thought. So you are disarming the negative thoughts, which is really, really clever. Really, really clever. All right. Let's go ahead and clarify for Libra. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What do we have? Discernment. You're taking a closer look at a situation, at someone. You're looking at something closer. You could feel like that there's something that you didn't see before, but now you have the discernment. Now you have discernment to see. You can separate. I like to say discernment. Separate the real from the fake. Okay. Um, Also, this takes me back to the serenity prayer. It's discernment to know, but to know the difference between the things that you can change and the things that you can't change, the things that you do have control over and the things that you don't have control over. Okay. But some of you guys, you were put in the control in wrong places. You don't have the control over how people treat you or how people even view you or what people think of you. That's none of your control. A lot of you guys have been putting a lot of, me, myself included, a lot of emphasis on what other people think of you, how other people treat you, thinking that you have something to do with that. People are going to treat you how they treat you. People are going to think what they think about you. They're going to feel like they know you. They're going to pull certain parts and use those as evidence. There's nothing that you can do about that. The only thing that you have control over is you. If you want to change you, you can change yourself. You can't change anyone else though. If you want to show up a certain type of way in your life, you have control over how you show up in your life. You don't have control over how anyone else shows up in their life. And this is you removing the control, you understanding the things that you have control over and the things that you just simply do not. Okay. Tell me more about discernment. All right. The farther gate, the bold step further. So you're looking at this step that you're about to take. It's a bold step that you're about to take. And you are really inspecting, you're taking a closer look at it, you're looking at everything, inspecting it. Um, for some of you guys, your shadow, something about your shadow. You are getting close with your shadow. You have the magician's sword. So there's confidence. You're thinking about how you're going to move ahead with confidence, or I feel like someone could definitely be in the reinventing stage. Like you are reinventing yourself. This is almost given like a reinvention because the negative thoughts control everything. How you move, how you show up, how you speak, how you love, all of that. And if you are releasing them, then you're a new person. A lot of people are afraid to release their thoughts, especially the negative things, because they give us identity. Tell me more about trust. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Take the leap. Trust. Take the leap, closing the door. There is a door closing and a new door opening. All you have to do is take the leap of faith, trust in yourself, trust in your abilities, and this is done. Also, trust that you've completed a cycle. This is given completion. You did not just up and run away from something. You completed a cycle and now you're graduating to the next cycle. Okay. You are graduating to the next cycle. All of this has to do with going to the next level. So you're about to level up. Um, Spirit is telling you to watch something. This could be your thoughts here. Sit back and watch how you have certain resources, certain people come to your age and your aid. Just sit back and watch. Okay. Sit back and watch how it all plays out for you. You're going into a whole new environment. You do have the Garden of Venus. This is going to bring a lot of love, a lot of nurture, a lot of care to you. It is basically going to be focused on what you are focused on, and you can't really do both here. Can't focus on the negative thoughts, and then you can't really do both. Tell me more about indulgence. All right, Sky Bridge, a possibility for union. For some of you guys, there is a love relationship here that has a possibility for some type of union. And I feel like Sky Bridge talks about forgiveness. It also talks about just coming together. For some of you guys, this is your person. This is somebody who's going to give you, this is a person who you can lie back on and be able to just love on. Um, you have Dream Thief, the refusal of the call. So you're looking at it like, okay, so I feel like a person didn't call you. I feel like somebody didn't call you, or you don't want to talk to somebody, or um you don't want to do anything. Also, I feel like you could have also misjudged the person or something like that. But this is a possibility for some type of union. This could also be a possibility for like you to get to know yourself on a whole different level. But whoever this person is, you're going to be super like attentive, super attracted, like super into this person. And I feel like it's because of how much they are into you, how much they cater to you, how much they pamper you. Okay. Treat you. It's going to be something that's full of pleasure. Tell me more about reflection. All right. How you get out of your own way. All right, Libra. There's a sacred contract here of how you're about to get out of your box, how you're getting out of your own way. Spirit is presenting a sacred contract. For some of you guys, there's a contract that may have came to you. There could have been something, but there's something that needs your signature that you need to sign on to. Something also may need your commitment here. This sacred contract with yourself, this could be you vanishing the ego, but I feel like the ego has to go because the ego thrives off the negative thoughts. That's, excuse me, that is the ego's identity. So you're going to have to give yourself a whole new identity, or some type of contract gives you a whole new identity. Okay. And spirit is telling you too, deep quiet meditation and stillness is going to show you the wall, the obstacles. So it's going to bring forth. Some of you guys have been thinking, okay, so how come, or how wasn't I able to um, get my desires? Why am I not able to pour down my manifestations? Why does it feel like something happens for everyone else and not me? Well, through meditation and stillness, spirit is definitely going to show you the wall. It's going to show you the obstacle. It's going to show you what is standing in your way. And what we've been talking about this whole reading is you've been standing in your way. And spirit is going to show you how you've been standing in your way. And you also may have some thoughts that actually make you freeze. There are some thoughts that create a freeze response from you where you are not able to do anything. You are not able to move. You are not able to create any type of action behind these thoughts because these thoughts create a freeze response. Also, spirit is going to be showing you how do you, because if you're coming up as the wall and the wall is in your way, and we're talking about you getting out of your way, spirit is going to show you how you stop being the wall in your life, how you stop being the obstacle in your own life. So this is basically, spirit is definitely going to be showing you how you self-sabotage yourself out of your desires, out of your manifestations. um there is a contract that's coming for you that is like a key to the future. All right. It's something that you need to sign in on. Maybe you may have a thought, a vision comes to you, but it is something that you need to sign. It's going to include your signature. It's going to include you signing something. All right. Tell me more about curiosity. All right. You have detox. The advice is it is time for a detox. It's time to repair the body, mind, and spirit. More so the mind, because you repair the mind, all things follow. Everything follows. Okay, the body. Um, and feast of plenty, choices and their consequences. Your choice to clear your mind to release these negative thoughts, which you are curious because you're like, okay, so I wonder what that is. I wonder what it's like if I'm not in fear. I wonder if it's like if I'm not procrastinating. I wonder if it's like if all of my thoughts are just aiding me to my dreams and my desires. Like even the subconscious thoughts, all of them are aiding me to my dreams and desires. I wonder what that looks like. That's going to be an amazing choice that brings feast of plenty, the choices and their consequences. And you have the fates, you have destiny coming towards you. Um, for some of you guys, you're going to see that something was destined. Something was destined for you. There's a big opportunity that is destined for you. Something, your opportunities could be waiting for you. Your desires could be waiting for you on the other side. All right. Tell me more about. Sorry. All right. Tell me more about cautious. Okay. Spirit of the river, movement toward adventure. All right. So you're going to, there's some type of big adventure. Be cautious, be aware of dogs. There could be some type of forgiveness, repairing the veil. You're removing the veil here. Um, Forgiving yourself, the disowned girl. There's a need for you to forgive your shadow. All right. And you have perfect storm moving into life and removing the mask. Be aware of, I feel like you have a lot of training on how to spot certain character flaws in certain people that just are not for you. There's also a lot for you to learn. There's a lot to teach. It's almost, this card gives me like the Knight of Wands card. So it's like you are definitely open to experiencing new things to reach a higher learning. All right. Tell me more about courage for Libra. Overall message is reach for the stars and you'll have it. The feast of plenty, the choices and their consequences. Your choices to reach for the stars is actually going to bring you the stars. Reach. All right. You have winner's dream, the gestation period. Right now, everything is in creation mode. You can still create the perfect destiny. Everything is in creation mode. There is a new beginning. For some of you guys, you're going to be, a new beginning is going to be revealed to you. You can have something like a revelation. This is the awakening. This is you waking up and you seeing the opportunity right in front of you. And you're going to be like, wow, this opportunity's been here this whole time. And Spirit is going to be like, yes, it's been here this whole time. All right. I hope that resonated with you. Let's go ahead into the angel messages. All right. What are the closing messages for Libra? Thank you. All right. You have asked for your needs to be met. God and the angels can come to your aid only if you make a free will choice to be helped. And it begins with asking. It doesn't matter how you ask for help, but only that you do so. The same holds true with clearly asking other people to assist you. You have savings. As you consistently save for your future is saved. You do your future self a big favor as you consistently set aside present funds that is a part of your self care and path to feeling secure as you focus upon your life's purpose. And you have raise or promotion. Congratulations. An increase in your abundance flow awaits you. This is a result of your positive focus and willingness to take action based on your divine guidance. Keep up the good work. All right, so this is your reading. I hope this reading resonates. If it does, make sure you give this reading a big thumbs up and make sure you guys are subscribed. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.